Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Government House Leader. Yesterday, the Government House Leader introduced a package of changes to the standing orders. The NDP claimed that these proposed changes will allow our government, and I quote, to ram through legislation and pass a bill in a single day. Would the Government House Leader please explain if the proposed changes to the standing orders really limit debate, as the NDP claimed?
Thank you.
Recognize the Government House Leader.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And let me just congratulate the member for Kitchener-Conestoga. He's been a wealth of knowledge over the summer as we've been consulting on potential changes to the standing orders. He has been a very fierce advocate for improving debate and the ability for members across the aisle to engage in more fulsome debate. So I thank him for that. Mr. Speaker, let me assure the member, because I know the member, this is important to the member, but let me assure the member and all members of the House that, in fact, the changes that are being proposed to the standing orders in no way impact or allow this government, have given this government more tools to pass a bill in one day. In fact, Mr. Speaker, we've added the following Standing Order 47D, which says a bill and a time allocation motion applying to that same bill may not be considered on the same day. We, of course, have not removed the ability for the opposition to provide reasoned amendments, which would also allow them to delay the passage of legislation, Mr. Speaker. So part of the problem, I suspect, is that the NDP withdrew from the process, and maybe.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you to the Government House Leader for those kind words and, of course, clearing up what we're here to talk about today. Mr. Speaker, if the NDP had indicated that they did not want to support the proposed changes, I assume that that would also mean, Mr. Speaker, that they don't support the accommodation of members with disabilities, and I find that quite outstanding. Would the Government House Leader please explain what consultation process went into these proposals, Mr. Speaker?
Government House Leader.
Thank you very much for the question, Mr. Speaker. The member raises a very important point, because early on in the process we made a lot of discussion. We had talked a lot about what standing orders we could use to modernize. Now, Mr. Speaker, in the standing order changes, we did make a proposal that members with disability would not have to ask for unanimous consent in order to participate in the daily operations of the House. We made some changes with respect to cell phones and laptops. I'm sure if you look around the chamber, most members have laptops and phones on their desks. We reached out, of course, in early October and said to the opposition, what are the things that we can agree upon? Let's put those on the table. Let's pass those, like that I was talking about with respect to members with disabilities. And let's pass that, and let's debate the rest of it. The NDP chose at that point to withdraw from the discussions, Mr. Speaker. Unfortunately, I am encouraged that both the Liberal Party and the Green Party have continued to participate, and I think the standing orders will reflect improved opportunity for data across both sides of the House, Mr. Speaker.